So according to Jeff Passan on Twitter, slugger Yordan Álvarez and the Houston Astros are in agreement on a 6-year, $115 million contract extension. Okay, now the contract kicks in next season. Okay, now this is the biggest contract ever given to a DH. He also tweets out that Álvarez's 6-year, $115 million deal with the Astros is the 4th biggest ever for a player who is yet to reach arbitration, behind only Fernando Tatis Jr., 14 years, $340 million, Buster Posey, 8 years, $159 million, and Mike Trout, 6 years, $144.5 million. Now, to me, this deal shows that the Astros did not want to go to arbitration with Álvarez. This also shows that they truly do think highly of Álvarez. They believe in him, they believe in his abilities at the plate, and trust that he is going to be a star for years to come in Houston. I also want to mention that this contract extension is far more player-friendly than what Ronald Acuna Jr. got from the Braves back in 2019. Of course, Atlanta inked the outfielder to an 8-year, $100 million contract. This just shows you how much of a bargain Atlanta got when it comes to signing Acuna up for 8 years. I believe that Acuna provides a little more value than Álvarez, considering he plays a very difficult position that is mainly center field. So again, this just shows you that the Braves got one hell of a bargain for Acuna. And it also shows you the Astros are really willing to pay up for guys who they truly do believe in, and obviously they showed it right here as they ink Álvarez to a great 6-year extension. At topic number 2, the Phillies have fired Joe Girardi and named Rob Thompson the interim manager for the remainder of the season. This is again according to Jeff Passan. President Dave Dombrowski said they needed a, quote, new voice to turn around what has been one of the most disappointing teams in baseball at a 22-29 record. They went internal for that new voice, Jeff Passan tweets out. Now when it comes to Girardi, he went 132 and 141 as the Phillies manager the past 3 seasons. However, the biggest blunder was that he was unable to get his team into October in either one of those 3 seasons. Now, in total, 14 seasons as a Major League manager for the Marlins, Yankees, and Phillies, Girardi is 1,120 and 935, still a winning record overall. Of course, he won the 2009 World Series with the Yankees, that being his best moment as a Major League Baseball manager. Now, I believe that Thompson will not be the manager for the rest of the season for the Phils, although Dave Dombrowski nor anybody else in the Phillies front office has stated that they're going to be actively seeking a new manager to play out this new 2022 season. I go against that belief and that narrative that the Phillies and their front office are portraying to the media and the fans. I do believe there's a very strong possibility that Dave Dombrowski will find that new voice externally and bring that new voice in before this 2022 season has concluded. Now, when it comes to who I think that external new voice could be, I think it's a guy by the name of Jim Leyland. I believe this because Dave Dombrowski is just notorious for hiring former employees that he worked with in different organizations throughout his career. Okay, now he did so back in 2006 when he worked for the Tigers, and he hired the aforementioned Jim Leyland to be the Tigers manager. Of course, Jim Leyland and Dave Dombrowski worked as a young front office executive and young manager down in Florida. Jim Leyland didn't end up winning a World Series with the Marlins back in 1997. So again, he had success down in Florida. At the time, Dombrowski thought, hey, let's bring Leyland in. Again, he booted a Hall of Famer, a Tiger legend, Alan Trammell, who was a manager before Jim Leyland. He booted a Hall of Famer out. And some could argue he's doing that right here. He's booting a guy who has much respect in the game of baseball, being Joe Girardi. to find that new external voice. And that's what he did in Detroit by bringing in Jim Leyland and booting out Alan Trammell. And I think that is what he's going to do here sooner rather than later in Philadelphia. And I do think that new voice will be Jim Leyland if he can convince him out of retirement. Of course, Jim Leyland is native to the Keystone State. Of course, he managed the Pittsburgh Pirates in the early 90s before he went down to Florida to win a championship in the late 90s in 1997. So that's all I got for today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys later.